It's a really compelling matchup that has a throwback feel to the era when running backs dominated. One of the best matchups all season long between two elite runners colliding here today. Welcome, folks, to the classic Cotton Bowl right in the heart of Dallas, Texas. As we'll see the number 23 team in the country, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports, I'm Chris Fowler, joined in the booth by Kirk Hermstreet. Kirk, let's get this thing going. And the Sooners will kick it away to get this game going. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. He's tackled at the 21 as the drive will start. The Longhorns offense gets onto the field for the first time today. But we were here at the State Fairgrounds last time these teams met. Oklahoma actually jumped on top. After that, a complete burnt orange beatdown. They won it by 31.
Yeah, if I remember right, you're right. It was competitive early, and then Texas 21 points in the second quarter alone. Oklahoma had a very difficult time responding from that Saturday. We'll see if this year it can be a little bit different. Can the Sooners get their offense going against this very athletic Texas defense?
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Dropping back, it's Manning. They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over in that time.
The offensive line does everything they can to try to protect the quarterback, to give him enough time to find an open receiver. But there's nobody there downfield. He ends up throwing it to the back. But how about the speed of this defense? Now you're looking at a third down.
So on the opening drive, they're backed up here now, 3rd and 9. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Caught near the sticks. It's Moore. Tackle made after a solid gain. They'll spot the ball at the 34.
If that cornerback's going to have outside leverage on 3rd down, he's basically giving you the quick slant. Good read and a nice throw for the first.
The Longhorns will line up on 1st and 10. Quick throw by the quarterback off the RPO. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Quarterback will throw it off the run pass option. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line.
This is exactly what you want to see from the defense. Yeah, you give up the catch, but you're right there to be able to stop this receiver from making any yards after the catch.
Big moment on the opening drive. They face 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. The pass rush gets home.
It just looked like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a bit too long that time, allowed the defense to be able to get the pressure, and they come up with the first sack of the game.
The Longhorns will send the punt team onto the field. The coverage team makes the stop on this return. So Oklahoma's offense out there for their first possession. We know this top quarterback is a confident guy, but talking to him, he's also well aware how good that edge pass rusher on the other side is.
Well, he better be ready today. He's got great skill. We know what he's capable of doing, but this will be the best defensive end that he's faced all year with that kind of pass rushing ability. So he's going to have to maneuver around in that pocket to make plays.
What's cool about the battle for the golden hat is that it's a wearable trophy. You see the winning side, they went grab that hat, Kirk, and they take a picture that lasts a lifetime.
And Chris, think about it over the years, all the different folks that have been able to have a chance to put that hat on. Charlie Strong, of course, when Texas had a big win, Baker Mayfield, Vince Young, and it goes back and forth. And you're right, today, whoever wins this game, they're going to be quick to get that hat on. Wow, really good read here by this quarterback, and I love the call on the RPO. Now they get a shot here on third down. It's much more manageable than the hole that they had dug for themselves. Curious to see if they stay on the ground or are they going to go through the air. They have the option to do either.
An important third down attempt for this offense. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. The Sooners are on the move here.
Yeah, I love how the back didn't really dance around trying to make a big play. He knew it's third down in inches, lower the shoulder, get the first down.
First down here for this offense. Back to pass. It's Mateer. And it's caught.
Any good offense has to have a reliable, quick to intermediate passing game. Even though that wasn't enough for the first down, it's plays like this that help you sustain drives and not get stuck with third down and long.
Here's the second down play. Keeping it on the ground here. Brought down after a solid run by the senior.
How about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
The Sooners will try to keep this drive moving. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Grab behind the line. It's Spot. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
It's one of the things I love about this running back. It's not just this defense trying to defend him running the football. As you can see here early in this game, trying to get him involved in the passing game. Great call.
Pass complete. It's second down now. Caught in the backfield. It's Wheeler. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback, and he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Trying to pick up the third down yardage on the ground. And they convert on third down, moving the football to the 35. Hoping for another chapter in this tremendous rivalry, Kirk. They've been playing since 1900.
Yeah, that's really what makes college football what it is. And I think all the concern with the realignment was we would potentially lose games like this. It's great to see Texas and OU still be playing for many years to come. Love those positive yards on 1st and 10. And it's not quite a first down. Looks like it'll bring second inches. But it sure does open up the playbook here to be able to open up, maybe take a shot downfield.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Gets made on the out route. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup was good enough to move the chains. First down.
You call a quick out on third down. I think that tells you the confidence you have in a quarterback to be able to make that throw. And on top of that, a little surprised the defense would give that kind of cushion to be able to give him room to pick up that first down.
He'll hand it off. If only make the tackle, but it's going to be first and goal from the 6.
One way to create a rhythm and really start to show your identity as an offense is to control the line of scrimmage. The offensive line here early getting a hat on a hat, and this back as good as we've seen all year with the ability to accelerate through the hole. Positive yards, play after play here early in the game.
Pressure is coming. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Sooners. And Kirk, how important is that to get off to a positive start to draw first blood in a rivalry game like this?
Well, Chris, as you know, in a rivalry game, there's so much emotion. So to be able to put a touchdown on the board first just sets the tone for a big day.
They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the PAT makes it 7-0 to open scoring. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And it's fielded. Can the returner make something happen here? And he's stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin at the 19. They're going to run it. They'll try to run inside, but nowhere to go. They don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Off the play fake, looking to pass it. Looking right, this one caught. And he heads out of bounds, moving backwards on that play. Didn't want to take the hit. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. So we hit the quarter break. It's Oklahoma on top. And at the end of the first quarter, let's check out the stats so far. Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the second quarter. First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this third down. Dropping back. It's Manning. Swarmed by the pass rush. A sack.
I think that was a coverage sack as much as anything. They sat back in a dime defense with 6 defensive backs, and none of them blitzed. They just sat back in coverage. The defensive line eventually came up with a sack.
Longhorns will have to kick this away when he comes for his second punt of the game. And the coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin at the 39. And they begin with a quick throw to the left. Zero running room. Stop right at the line of scrimmage.
Boy, these receiver screens, if run correctly, can be a big play with a convoy of linemen out in front. This time, just not able to get it going. It's a nice job of the defense to prevent a big play.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they try the middle, but stuck for no gain.
Man, every defensive coordinator will tell you, I just want my guys to play fast. And how about that one right there? He almost ends up tackling the quarterback as he's handing the ball off. This offense is lucky they didn't end up fumbling.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. On third down, he drops to throw. Looking for a man deep down the left side. That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now it brings up fourth down.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this third down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, boy, you really allow this defense to dictate things. It allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw in this play.
They'll kick it away here. And he fields it at the 15. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. Here's the first play of the drive now, set up at the 24. Movement here from the tight end. He cannot escape. It's a sack.
I can't believe the amount of pressure this defense is getting on this quarterback. Sack after sack. Well, you got to think about changing things up. The snap count, the scheme, anything at all to help this offensive line. They're overmatched so far in this game.
Pass protection, a serious issue. Another sack makes it second and long. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. Grab down the middle. It's Washington. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
Well, this is why running the football is so important. You run the ball, and if you go play action, it affects the eyes of the safeties and the linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice gain.
So ball at the 30. This is a manageable third down play for the offense. Back to throw. It's Manning. The receiver grabs it. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down.
Well, that's exactly how you dice up a zone coverage. Nice throw downfield here on third down, and a really good route to give the quarterback a chance to make that play.
The Longhorns starting a new series here on 1st and 10. And the wideout goes in motion. Here's a quick throw off the play fake. Defense surrounds it. Just a short gain on that completion.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
Back to throw again. Bringing pressure. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now third down coming up.
I mean, this defense is having their way with this offensive line. That poor quarterback doesn't have a chance. Every time he drops back to throw, he's getting earholed. You better make some adjustments up front to give your poor quarterback a chance.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. QB to the tight end for a completion. They make the stop just short of the marker. It's going to be 4th down and inches to go.
Well, the quarterback throws this ball short of the marker, relying on his guy to do the rest. But on third down, you have to put the ball at least to the first down marker. That's too much to ask of this receiver.
The Longhorns will line up to boot it away. And he lets it land, and it'll just bounce out of bounds. Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin from their own 11. Offense will keep it on the ground here. He's tackled just short of the 20-yard line.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. It's a quarterback keeper. He gets loose. Slides down to avoid the tackle.
We think about option plays, especially quarterback, when he keeps the ball. A lot of times, it's a big explosive play, but sometimes it's just about getting what you can and keep the drive moving.
It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Just a small gain. Look at it, 2nd and 9.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
They'll switch it up here, looking to throw. Quick completion to the tight end. They stop him after a short gain. It's not a first down.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
The offense now facing a 3rd and long from the 26. Got to avoid a mistake here. Dropping back. It's Mateer. It's a wide receiver screen. Brought down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything seems to be working. The coordinator is calling good plays. The quarterback and the rest of his receivers and running backs are executing. And frankly, this defense is showing almost no resistance.
It's the 2-minute timeout. Nice to have a close game here as we approach the half. And the Sooners pick up enough for a first down. Quarterback drops back. He's running out of time here. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
We went backwards on first down, so second and long from the 24. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Gibson. They bring him down quickly. A short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker.
Chris, we're still early in this game, and you can already sense the chemistry between this quarterback and the wide receiver. These two just make it look so easy.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but it is third down and long. Let's it fly to the wideout. Grab down the middle. It's Burks. And a quick timeout call on the offense after the play.
Well, this is why this guy's one of the top wide receivers in college football. It's third down. The defense knows you're probably going to go to him, and they still can't stop him from coming down with a big play.
Caught over the middle. It's Sategna. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker.
The slant is a great way to get the ball to your receiver against man coverage, especially if you feel like you've got an advantage on the matchup. Easy throw and completion for the quarterback and receiver.
Becoming a long drive, the ninth play coming up. Dropping back, it's Mateer. And it's caught across the middle. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play.
This defense has got to do a better job in coverage if they want to get off the field anytime soon. You keep defending like that, and this offense could have 50 on you by the end of this game.
Grab behind the line, it's Wheeler. The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what that's about.
Offside, defense.
What I always love to see on these offsides call is when they're always pointing at each other. You know, he did it. I didn't do it. Put it on him. We know this time it's on the defense. They're going to make the right call.
On the run here. Let's it go. Grab by the receiver. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. So on second down, I'll try out the field goal unit, trying to get 3 before halftime. He got it. The field goal's good. And they add to their lead.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So here's the kickoff now. Offense settling for 3, tacking on a little bit of momentum before the halftime break. The turn begins inside the 10. The coverage team brings him down as the clock runs out in the first half of play. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update here.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big, fat W. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
Longhorns will kick this away to start the second half. Bringing it out, it's Sategna. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. And for the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. First play of the third quarter is a handoff. He moves the ball across the 20 to the 22.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear a defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
The game makes it second and medium. That's a design quarterback keeper. And he picks up the first down before they get into the ground.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. Tackle made to the 41. It's a nice game getting closer to midfield.
Well, this wide receiver has it all. We know about his leaping ability and his speed. But what I've seen today is the precise route running. Another example of it there, and the timing with this quarterback and this receiver is just a thing of beauty.
Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Wheeler. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Using his legs here. Ah, here he goes. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
Well, this is the risk of playing man-to-man coverage for the defense. You got to spy the quarterback to prevent him from picking up big yards like this. Good decision by the quarterback, and a good job of using those legs.
The Sooners begin a new series here, 1st and 10. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And he's pushed out of bounds after a short run. Not enough for a first. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. This is the 6th play on the drive. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up 3rd down.
Well, I'm a big fan of the RPO, but it is a dangerous play for the quarterback. You got to make the right decision. On this play, it just seemed like he was a little hesitant, unsure, and it cost him here with an incompletion.
Here we go, 3rd and short on the 7th play of this drive. Looking to throw. It's Mateer. Oh, they trap him for a sack.
Chris, this one's on the quarterback, in my opinion. He's got to have a better feel and a presence in the pocket to be able to either check it down or get rid of the ball. You just can't take the sack.
So here on 4th down, out comes the field goal team. He was on the mark with his last kick, but this one is from 50 yards away. And he's made it from 50 yards out, showing off the deep range.
Boy, this guy has such a strong leg. No problem. Up into the net from 50 plus.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. They'll return it from inside the 5. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. Here's the first play of the drive now, set up at the 24. Ball handed off. And he'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
Boy, how about this defense? Just so physical against the run. These guys have not been able to do anything on the ground, and it's because of that defensive line and those linebackers taking away the run game.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. And he'll set up to throw. Caught by the receiver. Defense makes the stop very close to a 1st down.
Well, you can tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
3rd down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the 3rd quarter. Grab behind the line. It's Moore. Longhorns are moving quickly down the field.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
The offense going to heavy personnel, bringing out the full house. Look out, room to run here. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Second down after that previous play. They'll run it to the right side. And they'll force him out of bounds after a short run.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Now from the 40, the offense faces a third and long to keep this drive going. To the air, it's Manning. Looking for the wideout. Wide open downfield. That play will move the sticks. Set him up first down at the 42.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
Still searching for their first touchdown of the game, but on the move now. It's 1st and 10. He makes the catch. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Texas.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And they get set now to try the PAT. Extra point makes it a 6-point game, 13-7. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. Returner brought down. Sets up the next drive. Here's the first play of the drive now. They're backed up with their own 14. Here's the handoff. He's got the first and still going. They make the stop, but out before a solid gain that time.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what. They have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes him block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of.
He's in the clear. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
It's a nice game by this offense. This quarterback has such a good feel for running the option, whether it's handing it, keeping it himself, or pitching it. It puts a lot of pressure on the discipline of this defense.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Scanning the field. It's Mateer. He finds his man. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
Nicely run slant here by the wide receiver. The footwork created just enough separation for the catch.
The Sooners with 1st and 10 here. And the quarterback dropping back. Grab down the middle. It's Sategna. They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
Well, the defense didn't have any time at all to get pressure on the quarterback. He gets the ball out of his hands pretty quickly on the hitch to the receivers.
makes it 2nd and short. Here's the handoff on a counter. He breaks free. Take it down, but not before he makes the first down. And check out how he's been spreading the football around between his targets, getting everybody involved in this game. Quarter to go. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. They open the fourth by going to the air. Caught over the middle. It's Wheeler. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
The offense has done well to choose some clock here. Now they'll come up on 2nd down. A play action looking to throw. Oh, the pass rush gets home.
Well, you got to do a better job with your fake as the quarterback. The defense did not bite at all on the play action, allowing them to continue to come after the quarterback and come up with that sack.
So here comes 3rd and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Receiver makes the grab. Defense will wrap him up after an 8-yard gain. It'll bring up 4th down.
Boy, what an incredible job here by this defense on 3rd down. Now to set up a pivotal 4th down play. Question is, does the offense go for it and be aggressive, or do they punt it away and trust their defense to get a win?
Trying for a 4th down completion. Finds his receiver. That's enough for the first down. They bring him down right at the 20. This offense set up now in the red zone.
Chris, what a call by this offensive coordinator. 4th down. They elect to go for it, and they get the first down. Now you can continue to work that clock.
And the Sooners are going to cash in this red zone trip. Looking to throw it from the red zone. And he finds his tight end for the catch. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker.
The defense does a nice job of forcing the quarterback here to be patient by playing zone. They run a crossing route. Defense is there, but not able to break up the catch.
Here comes a crucial 2nd down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Heading to the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his 2nd touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. He knocked through the PAT. It's now a 13-point lead here in the final quarter. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Return starts from inside the 5. Stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. And they'll start the drive here from the 23-yard line. Receiver in motion now. They'll run it here. Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing.
Chris, it's just really been the story of the game. This defense has completely eliminated this offense's ability to run the football, made them one-dimensional, and that's why they haven't been able to put many points on the board.
Now it's second down here. Takes off in a bootleg. Pulls it in. It's Moore. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Chris, here we are in the fourth quarter. These guys are trailing. Hadn't been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Quick throw caught on the left side. They bring him down after a short gain there.
Well, it's another positive play, but, man, look at the clock and look at the score. You still need a couple touchdowns to be able to get yourself back into this game and have a chance to win it. So you got to keep moving here and keep taking those shots downfield.
Important second down play coming up. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Play action fake, looking to throw. Looking for his big tight end. He's got it with room to run. They stop him after a big gain. Move the ball to the 26. That'll put him over 150 yards today. Kirk, he is putting on a show on this big stage.
How great is this? On this stage, as you mentioned, Chris, just playing his best game. He's been in sync with his receivers. Back there, has time to throw. Just having a dream performance.
The Longhorns offense is on the move now. Ball handed off. Fighting off the defender. And they finally stopped him, but a decent gain that time.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance at a really nice gain.
Longhorns are in the red zone. To throw, it's Manning. Lets it go quickly. And it's complete. What a grab by the receiver right near the sideline.
Well, the receiver does all the work here. Man, that is easy living for this quarterback. Really good footwork by the receiver. Gets the separation. And at that point, it's just pitch and catch for the quarterback.
The Longhorns will line up here on first down and goal. Off the play fake on first down. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns. What a grab in the end zone in a clutch moment.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you had to do was get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
Kicking team out for the PAT try. PAT up and good. They get a little bit closer. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Looks like he'll try to make a play with the return. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. And for the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. And the tight end goes in motion before the snap. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. Makes the catch downfield. Tackle made after a big gain.
But how about this aggressive approach by this offense? They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and these guys are continuing to throw the football. I think the offense coordinator understands that he can't allow his team to get too comfortable or complacent, even with having a lead here in the fourth.
The gain moves the ball to the 39. It'll be first down. Chewing clock with the running game. That's a nice wrap-up there by the junior. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Second down after that run on the previous play. And And now the running back's got it again. Tackle up near midfield at the 48. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Here we go, a crucial 3rd and 1 late in this game. They'll try to run for the first down. And they get the 3rd down conversion. Football moves down to the 45. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. The Sooners come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Scanning the field, it's Mateer. Grab down the middle, it's Potts. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
We reach the 2-minute timeout. The defense desperate to get the football back, trailing here late. Time winding down. This offense comes to the line trying to bleed out the clock. He'll hand it off. Slams right into a wall. They got him for a loss.
You know, they try to run the football here, and they're unable to get that first down. The clock does keep moving. The big question now is 3rd down. What do you do? Keep it on the ground again, or roll the dice, throw the football, knowing an incompletion, the clock will stop.
Offense comes up trying to grind down the clock and secure the W. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. A deep shot to the left side. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a 4th down.
Chris, I love this throw downfield. He takes a shot. I thought he had a big completion, but instead the defender makes one heck of a play to be able to knock that ball away for the incompletion.
The Sooners will have to punt this one away. And he'll kick it away now for the 2nd time. That punt heading out of bounds, so there'll be no return here. Here's the first play of the drive. They'll set up from the 13. 1st down, looking to throw the ball. Finds that big tight end for a short pass.
Well, we just continue to see this defense make great plays, especially with their tackling. And the awareness to understand we're in the 4th quarter, you're trying to keep this offense in bounds so they keep that clock moving.
Offense needs points quickly here, trying to dial up some explosive plays. Let's see what they've got called. To throw, it's Manning. Defense is coming after him. And the sophomore quarterback throws it behind the receiver.
Well, this is it. Late in the game, really tight situation. This is what separates a good quarterback from a great quarterback. Can he come up with the play to keep this drive alive?
You've got to get points quickly here. Looking for explosive plays right now. 3rd down play here out of the shotgun. Hot over the middle. It's Moore. Stopped right there at the line. No gain.
Well, the clock is still rolling here. 4th down. No timeouts. They've got to go fast.
So here we go. Down 1 score. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Their last chance here. It's complete. That's enough for a 1st down. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
This is why offenses drill down on the 2-minute drill year-round. You want to have quarterbacks and wide receivers completely dialed in on down and distance, and especially the clock. You got to get out of bounds when you can to preserve it. They do a really good job of that right here.
1st down. They're going to throw the football. Swarm to the pass rush. A sack. Today, but in the end, Kirk, the #1 ranked team couldn't make enough plays to dodge the upset here.
Well, it's hard to have your fastball working every single week when you have that bullseye, and sometimes the pressure is just too much, and you make some mistakes that you don't normally do, and I think that's exactly what we saw today.
And that's going to wrap it up. For Kirk Street, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.